So good morning from Kalmakstad in Octopusy. You'll see my better half up there. We're just taking a bit of a detour over private property, which I know we shouldn't do, but we've come a long way to see the sights in the train sequences in Octopusy. So this is where James Bond intervenes General Orloff. The tunnel's clearly visible in the film. The carriage is parked just in front of that concrete wall that we can see, block wall that we can see to the left. And in the film we made some timber steps which came down the side of the tunnel there. It's not changed much at all, well at all really. And if you can just see through enough through the tunnel is where Nene Valley railway station was used, which was obviously also used in the film. Okay, so still in Eastern Germany obviously. You see clearly in the film Roger drive out in the black Mercedes through those gates there, which is pretty cool. Escaping in General Orloff's executive Mercedes with the Russian jewels in. He drives up here. Handbrakes the car here, hits the tracks, and obviously goes in pursuit of the train. So at this point here we see Roger in the Mercedes on the track come down. You can see him clearly cross that crossing there and enter the station here. And when the signal guard sees a car on the track, he moves them into the right hand lane, and there's a few bewildered looking locals stood on the platform, and you can see the car clearly and visibly go under the bridge. Now interestingly, at this spot here, in a completely different part of the same film, so we're still on Octopusy. And just to give you an idea of how close it is, we'll walk between the two locations. And through these gates here, and at the gate at the bottom, is where we see the two twins, Mishka and Grishka, chase 009 at the start of the film. I don't know if we can get in here. Yes, we can. Don't know if we should be in here, but we'll go in anyway. And then, just as the scene starts, 009's trying to escape. He tries to climb on the bridge up here, but ends up falling in there, where eventually arrives at the embassy with the Fabergé egg. And we'll show the where the embassy actually is in real time next. Yeah. When Roger sets off on the Mercedes, on the rims, on the tracks, on the train coming towards him is coming in this direction. The car on the track is going down that direction, and when the train hits the car then flies over this bridge and lands in the river there. So here we are again on the Nene Valley. Now the Nene Valley is mostly remembered for being in the train chase in Octopusy, which doubled as Kalmakstad, but it was actually used in Pierce's first entry, GoldenEye. And this is a scene here where James Bond, after tearing up St. Petersburg in a tank, arrives to derail Alec Trevelyan's train. The train tries to ram the tank off the tracks. Unsuccessfully, the train crashes and James Bond ends up on the train. Alec Trevelyan then escapes, to Puerto Rico, which is where the final sequence was in the film. But when James Bond, Pierce's James Bond and Natalia are trapped in the train and they escape, I believe that they run down here and they dive for cover somewhere around here. The actual bridge itself in the film is made to look like a concrete Soviet type bridge with a Soviet star above it, because it's obviously outside St. Petersburg, but ironically it's actually near Peterborough, so similar name, just different country.